So the other day, I decided I wanted to go ahead and shoot my shot and try to use this thing a little bit more. My Mamiya RB67, my film camera that I have been coveting over the last God knows how long, but I've been unable to use because, well, I had to get the film back replaced on it, right? So with that being said, I went out the other day into Austin. I had two absolutely awesome models that I had work with me the other day, and I decided to shoot off about 5 different rolls of film. A big bag of some Porsche 400, a little bit of Kodak Gold, and I wanted to try out some of the new Harman Phoenix 2 that just dropped. The problem with that is, because if you don't know anything about this camera, it does not have a light meter inside of it for me to rely on. I actually decided to use my own personal light meter right here. I decided to use my own light meter, and with that, I made a crucial mistake. I accidentally left my light meter bulb in instead of having it retracted like this. Now, what that potentially could mean is it operates in 2 different ways. It potentially took the wrong reading off of my subjects, and I potentially could have ruined 5 different rolls of film. Well, ruined 5 different rolls of film by actually having this thing exposed multiple stops under where it was supposed to be. But I've been dreading today more than anything because I have no clue what any of this film looks like. As a matter of fact, I just got the scans back from the lab, and I wanted to hop on here real quick and do a video of me looking at these scans for the first time and getting my initial reaction, because I really want to discuss the mistakes that I made, potential mistakes that I made. Before I even get into that, I'm going to tell you the one thing that I know is a mistake that I made is especially when dealing with a film camera like this, is that I did not write down any of the settings or the light meter readings that I got off of my light meter inside of some type of notebook or down in a note on my phone or anything like that. And that was a crucial mistake because now I don't know what I had my camera set to. I mean, obviously right now I could tell you it was set to f8, shutter speed at 400, and I'm pretty sure I was rating off whatever the film was at the time. Another thing that I'm not sure of is if any of the film that I was using was expired film, which is going to require a different meter reading altogether. I can't remember what the exact meter reading should be or what you should meter your camera for, but I know you have to overexpose for expired film, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do that. But for the sake of not making this any longer than it needs to be, I'm going to go ahead and hop over on my laptop, and I am going to open up this film shots for the first time. And yeah, I definitely left my mouse downstairs too. All right, so let's take a look at these for the very first time. All right, yeah, boy. So these are the shots. Let's see if I can go in the order that I delivered them in. I got them 13 and 14. So let's go 13. I think this is 11. Okay. So we're gonna go 43, 11. Let's take a look at these. I'm gonna blow this up. Oh, that's not. We did okay there. Actually, let me do this. Let's see. Open with. I'm gonna open these. I'm gonna open them in Photoshop. Oh man, these came out. Okay. Okay. I'm not mad at this. Hit this with the old Rotato. Okay. Have the old 90 degrees. Pretty sure this needed a 90 as well. Yeah. Yeah. Your boy didn't mess up too bad. Okay. Alright, so that's the first roll. That's the first roll here. Shout out to Sunny for coming through. So that was 4311. So I didn't jack the first roll up. That looks like I had shot that on. Looks like that was Portra. It had to be Portra. I think I had two different rolls: Portra 400, Portra 800, or gold. One of the two. That's the other part. When I get the actual, my actual film rolls back, they'll tell me on the roll. I don't remember. I'm telling you, I just had a grab bag of film that I had been gifted. Some that I bought, some that I've been gifted, but I definitely don't remember what exactly each one of those rolls were. I do know it was a mix of gold and Portra that I used that day. So we're gonna open up this one. I think this roll might have gotten messed up. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots in this roll, so let's take a look at it. I'm just gonna open it up and preview this time instead. Okay. Yeah. Misfocus on this one. Misfocus. I definitely could have gotten the focus a little bit sharper on this one. I'm not upset. I definitely missed it by a smidge because I can tell here. This is where the front focus was at. This was solid. That was solid. So yeah, these 5, the whole roll that I got with Sunny here, I am extremely happy with. These are really, really cool. All right. Now the real test. This is when I started to get panicked, right? Because I was working with my next client, and it was, I did not know. This is where I started like hitting the panic button. Once I realized when I got home that this was flipped in. Now again, the conditions we were in, it was bright sunny outside. It was like a little bit of midday. I think it was, we started shooting around like 2 o'clock. I still count that, I guess it's midday. But we were shooting around 2 o'clock. The sun was out. I hadn't ran into any like cloud coverage or anything like that. So we were rock solid on these. Let me see if I can find the beginning of this roll. I believe I started with the Phoenix 200. I did. All right, so we're gonna roll through these real quick. And again, the Phoenix, I'm not too worried about. The Phoenix 2, excuse me, I said Phoenix 200. The Phoenix 2, I was not too worried about because I wanted to experiment with these and try this new stock out. I've never shot with Phoenix before. I don't know what any of the results are. So I'm not too washed on what these look like. When I get to like the gold and the Portra again, that's when I'm gonna start panicking. Well, panicking. I should be fine. I feel like I should be fine now, but we'll see. Okay, these are interesting. This is interesting. It's got this weird, really muddy look to it. It looks extremely underexposed. And again, I don't know if the underexposure here was due to the stock itself or something. Yeah, the sun was definitely hitting over here. Or something that I did in camera to make it like that. So I can tell a little bit of a difference here. We were in the shade in this shot for sure. And you can see here, there's like a little bit of halation that's going on around her leg there. And then the background looks well illuminated. But again, I think this Phoenix stock has that tendency. Again, it could have again been me that underexposed this in a way that I didn't mean to, but I'm not mad at this shot. I think a little bit of Photoshop, a little bit of work in there, I can get this to where I want it to be. And this one has like a little bit of green tones to it that I'm not really a fan of, but I think I can work with it. Let's see, let's go flip this one. I love the composition here. I think I'm a little bit out of focus. Maybe. Still learning, obviously, but yeah, that was that roll. Not mad at it. Again, that was the Phoenix 2. Let's open up this one. Let's take a look at these. All right, this was part of the last set that we did. The last look. So we went first set, or first look, now last look, and there's a look in the middle as well. I'm not mad at this at all. That looks solid. I believe this had to be the gold that I had left. This is solid. Not mad at it. That's a great shot. Well, in my opinion, I like this shot a lot. Flip this one. I'm solid with this one. This is solid. Composition could have been a little bit better on this one. Sometimes when I'm looking through the viewfinder, when I pop this up and I pop the magnifier up, I get a little bit of a skewed view of my my actual composition. And sometimes I'll leave that up from the magnifier up that's in here to make sure that, like, you know, I'm catching everything in focus. While she is in focus, I definitely could have gotten my composition a little bit better here. This one, a lot better. Again, this one's a little bit better. I don't like cutting people off at the knees, but... And then this one was the... Yeah, was this the first or the last shot? Oh, that was the last shot on the roll. So I started at the back end. That's the first shot, and then I kind of just went backwards through it. But that's the progression here. I love this shot. This is probably the winner. That one's a winner, or this one. And then for me, this one's also a winner, and this is a winner. Kind of that low angle there. All right, so far so good. I'm not upset at anything. Like, so far the weakest of the ones that I've shot have been the Phoenix shots, but I think I just need to overexpose those shots by maybe a stop or two, and then they should be fine. I'm pretty sure I didn't rate those the right way. And I think these should be the last ones here. Oh yeah. So I probably, yeah, these ones, a little underexposed. I'm not upset about them. They're a little underexposed. Definitely probably missed focus quite a bit here. Oh, where'd that come from? Are these part of the same set? It had to be. Same roll, I guess. So it looks like I had, yeah, all 10 shots that came off of here. Oh, that's a winner. For the work that I do, I believe this one is an absolute winner. Solid. That's a solid shot. I love the composition here. I love the eyes. I love the facial expression. But yeah, these ones are a little underexposed. I believe I can work with this one, bring it up a little bit of post-scan work here. Shout out to the lab, Austin Camera and Imaging. If you shoot film and you're in the Austin area, you should definitely go to Austin Camera and Imaging and get your stuff done. But yeah, like, all in all, for the 5 rolls that I shot, I don't believe that it was a bad shoot. I think everything turned out pretty decently. The little bit of underexposure stuff like this I can live with, because I think, one, it's a lesson to go back and triple check your meters, triple check your lights, to make sure everything was good. The only reason maybe that this set was probably a little bit, you know, underwhelming for me is because I knew where the light was on that day. I knew exactly where the light was. She was in direct sunlight, and it looks like I underexposed her by a couple of stops here. But all in all, like, you know, the fun thing about shooting on a medium light film is the fact that you're constantly learning. You're constantly learning, you're constantly adjusting. Like, we have all the means to shoot digitally, and I love digital photos. I made a living off of shooting digitally. But once I picked this up, it taught me so many more lessons about patience and learning to live with mistakes and learning to adjust from your mistakes and all that other stuff that comes with shooting film, and how to slow down and how to, you know, compose and all this other stuff. And like you see here on some of these photos that I've done. But all in all, that was the role that I just ran through. I wanted to make this a quick video on me, just showing you some of the shots that I got and some of the mistakes that I had made and some of the lessons that I could have learned from this. Again, namely the lesson being that I should definitely check my meters, expose properly, and yeah. But all in all, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button down here. I know it's been a while since I made something like this. I just want to hop on, say what's up. Hope everybody's been doing well. For those of you who've been patiently holding on for me to do anything else on the channel. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to try to make more videos like this. And if it's something you like, let me know down below. And I'll see you later.